how I was able to get out of my dead-end relationship and finally meet the man of my dreams that had all the qualities that I was always looking for in a man. So basically, when I was in the lowest point in my relationship, where we had just broken up a million times, there was so much drama, I was definitely not happy. I had the wonderful opportunity to go to California and shoot a music video. I met this director, and me and my mom flew over there. And I just remember that plane ride over, I was a little sad because I just knew that I needed to change my life so bad. And I remember writing in my journal, I need to change my life, and underlining change. I need to get out of Florida, and I underlined need. And then I just wrote, but how? Who? What? When? Where? Why? I didn't have any of the answers, but I felt that for me, the only way I was going to change my life was if I just got out of town and left Florida. So I met my director, we shot my music video, everything was awesome, I was super happy, just really feeling like my dreams were coming true and everything was falling into place. And I remember one night opening up to my director and pretty much telling him about this ball and chain that I had still attached to me, and this like relationship that I was in that was going nowhere. And I remember my director just looking at me in the eyes and telling me, Lily, you are worth so much more. This guy is never going to change. You're wasting your time. And for whatever reason, I had heard those words a million times. I knew it myself, but for whatever reason, at that moment, I believed him. It really like resonated with me, and I was just like, you're right. I know I deserve so much more. And then what happens next is the event that changed everything for me. He said, Lily, why don't you move to California? Come help me produce music videos. I really want to like start doing more videos. Come help me produce music videos, and you can live with my family. You don't have to pay rent, and I'll pay you to work for me. You guys, at that very moment, I literally felt the heavens opening and God's love pouring down on me. Once again, I felt that God was giving me another chance at life, another chance at a new opportunity to break free from my ball and chain. And it was just too much of a coincidence. I remember telling my director that I needed to pray about it, but I already knew. I knew that this was God opening up a new door for me and providing an escape. And that's the thing. When you're ready to make that change, you have to take a leap of faith. Breaking up, getting out of that relationship was the hardest thing I had to do in my whole entire life. I cried myself to sleep many, many nights. It was not easy at all. But I knew that God had someone better for me. And when the time was right, I ended up moving to California. I took him up on his offer. And when the time was right, I met my husband, who was everything that I had ever wanted in a guy and more. And today, I've never been happier in my life. Really, the secret to getting out of a dead-end relationship is one thing. It's waking up one morning and deciding that you deserve something better, that you are worth so much more than the situation that you're in. And so I know that it is not easy. I've been there before, and that's why I'm sharing my story, because I want you to know that there is hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel if you can just be strong enough to take a leap of faith and do something about it. And I'm going to share 5 things you can do to turn your life around, to get out of that dead-end relationship, and to finally be on your way to happiness, to finding the man of your dreams. So the first and most important thing is to find someone you trust and tell them everything. Tell them exactly what you've been going through. Stop lying to yourself, to your family, to other people. Let them know how unhappy you are and that you want to do something to make a change, just like I did with my director, someone that you think can help you. Number 2 is write down everything you're looking for in a guy and find out what are your deal breakers. What are things that you've learned from past relationships? In my hands, I'm holding the very list. This is like a random piece of paper that my director, this is what he did with me. He made me sit down and write down 10 things I was looking for in a guy. And then we narrowed it down to the top 5, and then the top 3, and then the top 1. What was my most important thing? And funny thing is, I lost this list, or I wrote this down, put it away somewhere. Months after I met my husband, when we were already engaged, I found this list, and it was so incredible because I was able to see that my husband had every little thing, every small little detail that I put on this list, he had it. So you definitely can find everything that you're looking for. The next one is know and understand that it's gonna be hard. I think that if you understand that, then when you're going through the pain and you're feeling like you're really feeling that heartache of the breakup, or just of the breakup, that you just knowing that it's hard and that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that's gonna give you hope. It's the hardest thing I ever did in my life, but if you know that everyone else has gone through that, then that should give you strength to be strong and to just continue having faith that God is going to send you the right person. Number 4, do something drastic. Change your number, leave out of town, whatever it takes, go stay at a friend's house, don't be at your mom's. Whatever it takes to do something. I just think you have to do something drastic like that to just cut the person off cold turkey. You can't just keep being friends and prolonging it. Do something drastic. And the last one, this is the one that did it for me. Turn to God and your family. The only way I was able to gather the strength to get out of my dead-end relationship was I had to give it to God. I had to say, God, I know that you have someone better for me. Please send him my way. And I just put all my faith in him, and he did send me someone better.
To shed so many tears and waste so many years.
I feel this whole conversation was the spiritual focus of the week. Just believing that you deserve to be happy and that you're worth so much more. I'm going to put a link to the song that I wrote about this. Subscribe to my music page. I want to invite you into that world as well. And then I want to hear from you. If you've ever been in my same situation, leave a comment with what your turnaround point was. When was it? What happened in your life that made you wake up, smell the coffee, and be on your way to finding happiness? Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Blew the clouds away. Who would have thought would come from this? An ending with a happy twist.